Yes. Event number 18, women's D2 3 Club B in lane number 1, UC Santa Barbara. Lane 2, UC San Diego A boat. Lane 3, UC Irvine. Lane 4, Mills College. Lane 5, Chapman University. And lane 6,
Mills,
UC San Diego B boat.
Start, please acknowledge. Thank you.
Right now, Mills is late to the start. They're being warned by the official of that fact. If they have a false start, they'll be disqualified. As the wind switches from coming off of the starboard side, now it's clocking to the west. It's very, very calm here. But as I look over to the bridge, you can see that the westerly is starting to fill in. So, as was mentioned in that last race, the coxswains get slammed pretty quickly if they're not anticipating it, and they get pushed over to the starboard side, and they have to correct for it. So a smart coxswain realizes that the wind is coming, and they'll adjust for it so they don't risk the chance of hitting a buoy or getting disqualified for being out of their lane. Mills College in lane 4 is still backing into the stake boat area, having a bit of a problem. Everybody else is waiting calmly. Some of them have their blades squared in the water. Others are just kind of shaking their arms out. Once again, staying calm as they get ready to come from a dead stop up at a racing start up in the mid-40s, shifting down into the 36, 34 stroke per minute rate. It's quite a sight looking down the course, free of boat traffic. I'm now right behind lane number 5. That's Chapman University. Okay. Mills is locked onto the stake boat now, and they're sculling the bow, pointing it up so they can go straight down this super highway on this race course. You'll see the coxswain's hand up, usually the bow person's hand up as well, signifying that the boat is not aligned or they're not ready to race.
UC Irvine,
okay.
You've been issued a warning for being late to the start. Please acknowledge.
UC Irvine was also late to the start.
Thank you.
And I stand corrected. It was UC Irvine that was late, not Mills College.
Santa Barbara, UC San Diego, UCI, Mills, Chapman, UC San
Chapman's
Diego.
three-person is still sculling as they do the countdown.
Attention.
Attention.
Go.
We have a start. Once again, this is event number 18, women's D2 3 Club B. Coming out cleanly is UC San Diego A boat in lane 2. They have about a 4-seat advantage over the crew in lane number 1, UC Santa Barbara. And then it's UC Irvine in that 3rd spot. All the way over UC San Diego B boat is also in the hunt. So we're out here now, 250 meters into the race course. Early leader, UC San Diego A in lane 2. But UC Santa Barbara now shifting down, moving back on that lead. And they, in fact, are pretty much even now. So boats in lane 1 and lane 2 are even. 3rd position appears to be out in lane 6, the UC San Diego B boat. And UC Irvine, a bit of problem steering as once again, the wind is shifting around. And so a smart coxswain will be anticipatory versus reactionary. Reactionary is when they don't anticipate that wind, they get blown from port to starboard. But right now, quite a boat race between lanes 1 and 2. That's UC Santa Barbara in lane 1 and UC San Diego in lane 2 as we approach the 500-meter mark. They're virtually even. 3rd position all the way outside here in lane 6, UC San Diego's B boat. Fourth position goes to UC Irvine. Then it's Mills College, and Chapman University trails the fleet. That's the call at 500 meters.
Event number 18, the women's Division 2-3 club crews on the water now in lane number 1, and fighting for that first position is University of California, Santa Barbara. Their sister campus here in San Diego is right with them in lane number 2, and then UC Irvine in lane 3, Mills College in lane 4, Chapman University out of Orange, California in lane number 5, and the University of California San Diego B boat is in lane number 6.
So what we're looking for here is which crew is going to be more effective at the rating. You know, are their blades getting in on time? Santa Barbara's had the edge in that they've faced and won over UC San Diego and Irvine earlier in the year, and UC San Diego couldn't beat them last year, but they have a very strong crew this year, and they have tussled with Humboldt, the nationally ranked crew, former defending champion, and it looks to me like both crews are taking this to the max here.
Santa Barbara and San Diego, the UC campuses in respective cities, are battling it out at the front part of this race and have opened up a little open water there between themselves and UC Irvine. Kind of sneaking up on the far outside is the University of California San Diego B boat, and as Patty mentioned earlier, sometimes if a coxswain has their total attention on the boat that they're battling with at the moment, they lose track of somebody sneaking up on the outside. So it's a possibility here, although now from a new perspective, the B boat has fallen back a little bit, but we're looking at the leadership between UCSD A boat and University of California Santa Barbara B boat, and then back to Irvine and Mills College are right close to one another. The only crew that might be considered out of this at this time is Chapman, with the University of California B boat on the outside and currently holding the 5th spot in this 6-crew race.
You know, University of San Diego looks very smooth at 34.5 strokes per minute. Santa Barbara looks a little rougher. They're at a 36, but you know what? They are beasting it out here. They've thrown down the challenge to UC San Diego, and I think they're inching out bit by bit, stroke by stroke.
University of California San Diego A crew on the lead. Santa Barbara has pushed back a little bit, and looks like they've gotten back into the hunt here right around the 1,000-meter mark. It looked like UCSD would kind of run away and hide, but Santa Barbara is not allowing that. There's some open water back to Irvine and a little more open water back to Mills College, but once again on the outside, the UCSD B boat ever so slightly moving up, and trailing is Chapman. Looks like Santa Barbara may have gotten back onto the lead here with 500 meters to go. They kicked up the stroke a little bit right as they approached the 1,500-meter mark with 500 meters to go, and they have a slight edge now over University of California San Diego, as those two have traded the lead back and forth up and down this course so far. On the far outside, the University of California B boat is making their presence known and beginning to make a move on UC Irvine, falling back, and then Mills, and trailing is Chapman. Bright gold jerseys along the shoreline. This is Santa Barbara. San Diego A crew is in lane number 2. All the way on the outside, the University of California San Diego B crew making a run at UCI and Mills, and then trailing is Chapman. The A crew for USD has kicked the stroke up to 38, trying to get by University of California Santa Barbara, but it's not working right now, as Santa Barbara has maybe a 10-yard stern to bow marker lead of open water over University of California San Diego A crew. And then looking back, we have a very tight race between UC Irvine and the University of California Santa Barbara. Check that University of California San Diego B crew, and they are bow marker to bow marker with UCI moving in. Mills and then Chapman looking back to our finish line. It looks like Santa Barbara will take it unofficially, followed by University of California San Diego A crew. But it is UC Irvine and the UC San Diego nose to nose for that third position here. Looking back at the battle between the two crews, on the close side of the screen is going to be San Diego, and on the far side is UCI, and it looks like UCI may have gotten in there and held off a late charge by the University of California San Diego B crew, followed by Mills and Chapman.
UC Berkeley, British Columbia.
Event
San
number
Diego
19,
State.
Men's Collegiate Novice A, Lane 1, California. Lane 2, University of British Columbia. Lane 3, San Diego State.